everyone, here we are at the Coochon Creek EV charger, and I just wanted to show that I've accidentally driven down to the lowest amount that I've had the battery down to, which is 2%. And you can see we're on turtle mode on the screen. There's warnings. Let's have a look. Yeah, 2%. But the BMS is reporting 2% and the display is just showing 2%. And if you had seen my previous video, holy crap, that's a big bug. Anyway, if you've seen my previous video, you would know that the BMS at the top is 97% and the display is at 100%. So you can see the battery temperatures and the cell voltages are down to 3.22, 3.24. So yeah, pretty low. And I do have a friend in the AVA who's got a what we believe is a Kona cell, and he's discharged it. So I'm recording this to see pretty much what the bottom of the Kona available capacity is, to compare that to what you can actually discharge the Kona to. So time to charge. Alright, so we're going to use the RFID to activate this charging session, so I'll just show you what happens there. So we open up the charge port and pull those out. As you can see, the light's on orange again. Alright, so what we got on the screen here, just change the contrast. Alright, so we can check that out. Alright, so just get the plug and pop that in. There we go, that's in. And the display recognizes that you've plugged in. You just tap the RFID card on there, and there we go. Nice and easy. Easier than the app. Let's have a look what the display actually shows for state of charge and how low we actually are. Yep, 2%, 316 pack voltage. It's low. And away we go. Let's have a quick look on the app. Okay, I like this screen. 2.5 already. 200 amps of current going in and 335 volts on the pack. So it goes up pretty quickly. Average battery temperature for each of the cells is 30 degrees Celsius. So it's pretty cool. You can see on the bottom there the cell voltage is already straight up to 3.48. So let's keep watching. .68 kilowatts, not too bad of a speed. If you can hear that, but it's the thermo fans kicking in. And might just open the bonnet and have a look. Sorry about that. So this is about as noisy as the Kona gets because the thermo fans kick in on DC fast charging. Sorry about the contrast problems, but yeah, it's bright screen and dark engine bay. 68 kilowatts. So 68 reported going in there. Let's see how much is going in on the app. 69. So it's not quite 200. It does say 200 on the screen there. 358. 195 and 354 making it to the car. So that's around about 2 to 3% loss on the amps, and maybe about the same for the voltage. You can see on the side here that the battery temperatures are going up. 33 on that one. But have a look, the thermo fans kicked in, so therefore the battery inlet is down at 15 degrees, so that's good. Okay, we've been here about, we've been charging for 12 minutes and we've actually already hit a step. The amperage has gone down to 185. Still, 68 is still a reasonable speed, but we were getting over 70. So when you go way down into the lower end of the battery, you do tend to have a problem with not getting maximum speed, which isn't much of a problem when you're talking about under 10 kilowatts, but you can see that the battery inlet is now 13 degrees, the temperature's up around 34, 35 degrees in the cells. What time are we at now? We're at 13 minutes and we've put in over 20%. And on the dash, let's have a look. We're showing 43 minutes remaining to 80%, but we probably won't go that high. We started on 9 kilometers and we're on 124 now, so not too bad. 110 kilometers or a little bit more in just on 13, 14 minutes. One of the only unfortunate design flaws with this place is that entry there tricks nearly 50% of people using the Macca's drive-through, which is actually just over here. But I've been here about 15 times at least, and nearly half of the cars go to that intersection, and sometimes they even come in and then they reverse out. As I was saying before, right on cue, someone's missed the Macca's entry. I mean, this sign here, you can't see it. You can only see it from the charger. You can't see it as you're driving, you know, along the road over here to come in and along. So I don't know where those people went. They didn't even go in the McDonald's, so that's weird. But one other thing I wanted to point out was that occasionally there's bits of rubbish here because there's no actual bin, just where the chargers are. So I'll show you where the bin is and I'll pick up this rubbish. It's just a bit of McDonald's. Just a bit of junk. So the closest bin from the chargers where we're here Just take a little walk across this crossing. There we go. Let's have a look how much we've got at the 30-minute mark. They're pretty much just under 35 kilowatt hours. And on the app, we've got, to zoom in, we're at 3.86 volts. Look at the average battery temperature, 37. That's quite high, isn't it? And the inlet, due to the thermo fans, is keeping it cool at 14, so that's good. So half an hour, you can put in pretty much 50% of your battery at the bottom end. All right, so you can see it's still saying 22 minutes to 80%, but let's have a look if I actually changed the charging amount. I can change that down to 70%, see how long it's going to be. There we go, just 9 minutes. 311 kilometers now, 300 Ks. How long's that been? 300 kilometers in 35 minutes. So that's not too bad. That's probably enough to safely get to the next charger without any hassle at all once the network is fully developed and there's only 60 to 100 kilometer gaps. All right, we've just hit 70% and we're on 370 kilometers now. The Kona is going to slow down in a minute, so we're going to bail. And before we do, just one quick thing. I mentioned in a previous video at this site that there was a lot of mozzies, but there hasn't been any mozzies at all this time. So just different conditions. So maybe it's just a bit later at night and it's not right on dusk. So that's a good thing, I guess. And thank you for watching. I hope you found something useful out of this video, and I'll see you on the next one. And there we have it, there's the drop.